now is the time where you get to listen to the commish break it all down for you in this week's Commish's Corrections. What up, Nate?
What's happening, fellas?
Good to see you again, sir.
Yeah, good seeing you too. I don't have a ton of corrections for you this week. We haven't done the high-low interviews yet. I know it's going to look like those are already done. But
Pulling back the curtain again.
Pulling back the curtain.
I don't have much to pick on for those guys, so I just got a few things for you. But first of all, hey, you guys didn't want to pick who you think's going to win. I know they're not technically playing each other, but they do have a bet. Joe and Adam, the guys on a bye, they both wanted something to root for this week, so they made I think it's a $50 bet. Who has the higher score this week?
Okay.
We can do that.
You guys picked almost right down the line the exact same team. So I mean, maybe that's an opportunity for you guys to pick somebody different and have a
without seeing any scoring preview on either of them.
Yeah. That was fun.
Okay. So Joe and Adam.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I did pick them. Neither of them to lose. I mean, that's sounds like my best bet. I'm going to stick true to what I've been saying the whole time. Adam's going all the way. Best bet. So Adam will win this week.
What's the coin think?
Tails, baby. Going with Joe.
All right. It's nice.
All right. Good luck, Joe.
Ben, I know you said that I hate when you pick me, but that's actually not true. I just hate when you pick me. When the coin picks me, I have no problems with that. I think every time the coins pick me, I've done all right.
Yeah, that's what I said. You don't mind the coin.
Fucks me up.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And I liked how you guys both picked Justin this week, even though I believe at least one of you predicted that he was going to be in a costume this year. So I don't know how you...
Ben did. I knew that was going to come up. I was like, yep, you can't do both.
He's going to be in a costume this year, and he's going to win this week.
He had to. The coin said so.
Well, no.
Justin wins this week. He can't be in the...
He can't be in the loser bowl next week. Yeah.
It's the two losers.
Oh, I'm done.
You know what you should have done?
It's the coin. It's not you.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't me. It was the coin.
Yeah.
The coin.
We should have asked the coin who's going to be in the costume this year.
All right. That's who we should have asked.
Let's do that right now. Who's going to be in the costume this year, coin?
I got to know what the two...
It's not a four-sided coin. What the fuck?
It's not a four-sided coin, so I don't have the... When those are invented...
No, four-sided coins.
Go get some dice. Let's see if we can get a six-sided and see who the champ's going to be this year.
We should have had Juju pick them like we talked about. We should have Juju pick the playoff champion.
I might do that. I might film that and then
see
if we can slide that in. Have her pick the champ.
All right, Nate. So we were talking earlier, and we were talking about me and Bobby have nothing to play for going on because of 16 playoffs. We're kind of left out in limbo. So I came up with a couple ideas. We can do extra auction dollars. We could do real cash. I know you wanted a 6-team loser bowl. That way it's easier for you. I still don't like that idea. So what are you guys' thoughts? What should we do to incentivize guys in this position to stay engaged?
I think the 6-team loser bowl is still my favorite, and I would give you and Bobby the bye this week. Or no, I'm sorry. I would give the two worst teams the bye this week, so they have to win three. They're basically guaranteed to be in that final four, right? So the two worst teams would be in the final four. You guys would have 3 opportunities to get out of the costume, right? So that would be my favorite.
Wait. Give the worst 2 teams the buys?
Yeah, so that way they're guaranteed to be in the final 4.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're guaranteed to be in the final 4.
Not if they win their second game. There's no guarantee there.
No, they're guaranteed to be in final 4.
Oh, the final 4.
Yeah, final 4.
Yeah. Whereas you and Bobby would play this week. You win, you're not in the costume. But if you lose, you got next week. You win, you're not in the costume. You have a third chance the following week. You still have 3 chances to stay out of the costume, right? If you, I
don't know. I kind of like the if we were going to go that way, I kind of like the lowest 2 seeds, week 1 playing the highest 2 seeds.
Yeah, that's another way you can do it.
Give the 2 best records the easier out.
And then you also could get out of it by beating one of the better teams.
Yeah.
That would give it an opportunity.
But then what would you do? Then what would you play for at that point? If me and Bobby were in that scenario, we both went in, beat the 2 worst teams.
What's the issue
what do
here?
We do after that?
What's the issue here? You're going to be bored next week? Is that the problem?
Well, there's no reason to play.
There's 3 weeks left in our fantasy.
I mean, you're out. Yeah. You survive. You're out of the playoffs, and you're out of the. I mean, you're just done. Your time's just done.
So then if that's true,
you don't get prorate. You don't get prorated.
I want my prorated amount.
You don't get prorated.
If I lose 3 weeks of fantasy season, hey, if you woke up Tuesday morning, brother, and you were out, ask Bobby. We both were talking to each other.
I would be yes. I'm bummed. I would be bummed that I'm not in the playoffs. But then again, I feel great. I'd be like, oh, no worry about the costume. No worry. You know what I mean? I'm just like
Well, maybe the two guys in this position play all 3 weeks out and total score the 3 weeks, get you extra auction bucks or something, or
let's put it this way: there's nothing preventing you and Bobby from making a side bet, the same way that Joe and Adam made a side bet.
Bobby doesn't bet that much,
right?
Well, he has this year. I take that back.
Right.
Sorry, Bob.
I'll tell you the same thing that Joe told me in the thread today. If you wanted something to play for, you should have won.
You should have made the playoffs. That was my point.
All you had to do was win. All you had to do was beat Bobby last week. Be in the playoffs.
I'm tied for 4th in the league. Fuck off. Bullshit.
You're not tied for 4th in the league because there's tiebreakers, and you didn't win the tiebreakers.
Yeah, okay, I'm the 4th best record in the league.
Okay, but you didn't win the tiebreakers, and tiebreakers are there for a reason. So you're not the 4th best.
I'm just being bitter. Fuck off.
Hey, speaking of teams that just barely missed the playoffs, I have a question for you guys. I believe earlier this season, I don't remember who it was, maybe Joe, somebody sent a text in the thread and said, hey, my opponent has a player that's injured in his lineup, and I just want to do the right thing. What's the etiquette there? Are we required to tell our opponent if they have somebody out that week?
No.
I mean, in our league, I guarantee you outside of our league, we are very, I think we are very, nice to each other. Yeah. Helpful. I think in other leagues, people would just be like, fuck you, you fucking blew it. You know what I mean?
I've done it both ways. Depending on who I'm playing, depending on the win, depending on the status, I've helped some guys and I haven't helped some guys, which to me is probably worse. I should probably either always or never.
Exactly, yeah, because I do the same thing. Right. I'm very quick to send Ben a text to say, hey, your guy's not playing this week. Yeah. But I never text Joe to say, hey, you might want to think about switching this up, right?
Maybe that's to show you how you treat people a certain way. You get treated a certain way.
Yeah. The reason I'm asking this question is I felt a little bit guilty this week, and I thought maybe I owed somebody an apology. The news came out, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday, that Darrell Henderson had been cut and was not on the Jags anymore. My first instinct was to text Ben and tell him, you've got a guy in your lineup that's not playing. Not even on a team. I mean, not even on a team. And then I thought, well, I need Ben to lose this week to make the playoffs. Yeah. So, you know what? I'm not going to feel bad about it because his brother will catch it. His brother will tell him. You never told him, Matt. I'm guessing maybe you did the math and you needed him to lose too. Is that what happened, or?
Everybody that yeah, pretty much.
Nobody told Ben that he had a guy on his team that was not playing, not even on a team.
But hey, at this point, this far into this league, he's got to know that shit for himself.
No, I realized it part of the way through the week, but I had no options. There's nothing I could do.
He did.
Drop him and pick somebody else too. There was literally nobody else worth picking up.
Look at the waiver wire. See how many. Nate, can you pull up the waiver wire from last week? How many guys, running backs, are still in the waiver wire that scored above 10 last week? I bet you there's a couple.
There's quite a bit.
Above 5 even. I mean,
there were options. You could have picked somebody up. I mean, pick up his backup.
I tried to pick up his backup, but again, he was on waivers because assholes fucking go pick people up and they're not going to keep and then throw them back out on waivers. All the time, people do that.
Picks people up, drops them. Picks people up, drops them.
I know it's gamesmanship. I get it.
I do. First of all, I don't do that as gamesmanship. Okay. That's bullshit. In fact, I did pick up Hasty during the week. Okay. I picked up Hasty,
and then I went to try and pick him up, and he was fucking on waivers.
Somebody else must have picked him up because I thought I dropped him on Thursday or Friday.
He was on waivers.
There was quite a few guys that.
He's on my team now, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
I saw that.
Good.
I saw that and I was like, oh, too little too late. All right, so we had Marlon Mack, 19 points. Boston Scott, 15. Raheem Blackshear, 12. Justin Jackson, 10. I mean, there were so many guys that I mean, none of these guys would have won you the game, right? But at least pick somebody up. Right? Don't just play nobody.
Team out there. Yeah.
Even if the guy just is on, if he's in uniform, Ben, there's a better chance of winning the game for you than a guy who's not in uniform. Is my theory.
You should only play guys that have helmets.
Guys who actually have helmets. All right, so let's do this live. Let's pick somebody up for me this week. Should I go with Marlon Mack?
Marlon Mack,
high scorer from last week.
I've had him on and off all
season. Should we go with Boston Scott against Chicago? Blackshear.
I really don't care what you do, Ben.
All right, moving on.
Hey, I thought it was funny you commented on Matt's team name. He changed his team name to "Fuck Your 7-7 Record."
Yeah.
It made me think. You know what? I think Matt has a tendency to do that. In fact, I'll bet you if I go to his history page, I could figure out the seasons that he was most frustrated with himself at the end of the year. So I went and looked. This year he's "Fuck Your 7-7 Record." In 2017, his final team name was "Fuck." In 2012, his final team name was "Fuck You." You know, when Matt doesn't make the playoffs, the first word that pops in his mind is "fuck."
Yeah, it's good to go-to. Oh my god, that. Dude, that's too funny.
Nice work. Speaking of Matt, earlier you guys on your coulda, woulda, shoulda, you said he should have played Ingram. You actually used the word Ingram has had a great season.
I overspoke.
I want to say that before his 42-point game, he was the tight end 15. Okay, so not a top 12 guy. After his 42-point game, he moved all the way up to tight end 4. Okay, so if you look at it now, of course, yeah, he's a top guy. You know who the tight end 3 is?
Sure, to make Ben's point, it's Hawkinson.
It's Hawkinson.
Yeah, of course.
And Hawkinson was tight end 3 going into last week. So, of course, you're going to play the tight end 3. He had 51 more points than Ingram
into
last week.
Thank you.
Ingram over Hawkinson.
But were his points higher on Detroit than with Minnesota?
I didn't look into that.
Okay.
All right.
So I don't think he's been great since he went to Minnesota. I just don't think
thank you. Thank you.
Targeted quite a bit.
Appreciate it.
But Nate, you understand the pass funnel defense Tennessee plays. You understand, right?
Totally.
All of your pass catchers in
totally.
against that kind of a team.
Pass funnel defense.
Pass funnel defense. Totally.
Motherfuckers. I'm not making shit up.
Hey guys, Matt, I loved that idea that you gave Justin. If he gets his third low score of the season, his team or the award would be called the Calendar Boy Award.
Yeah.
I want to expand on that a little bit.
All right.
I love the word Calendar Boy. I love hearing Ben sing Calendar Boy. But you know what I love more than both of those things? I love making calendars.
Oh yeah.
So here's what I'm saying is I'm saying that if the new award is Calendar Boy Award, which it's not yet, Justin hasn't gotten the third low score yet. But if the new score or if the new award is called the Calendar Boy, starting next year, if anybody gets a Calendar Boy, anybody gets 3 low scores during the season, we get to make a calendar. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm always as the co-creator of the calendar last time, I'm always down for that. I think that'd be great. I don't know if it's worth.
It's just
same.
I mean that's three worst. I don't know.
3 low scores. You know how hard that is. 3
not
low
that
scores.
hard. 7 guys are almost there. It's not hard at all. It appears.
Think about it. We could have multiple calendar boys in a year. We could do a couples calendar, right? Come on, guys. It's endless possibilities.
If you can get everybody on board with it, I'm fine. I just don't think 3 low scores is worth that kind of humiliation. But we'll see.
God, that was so much. That was
the calendar. The calendar could be, it could be like a moment of pride as well. You flex your muscles, get in good shape before we take all those pictures.
Okay.
Dude,
I will do calendar 2029 so I can be in shape for it.
I got one last thing I want to cover with you guys. The season's coming to a close. As you guys know, we make a lot of side bets in this league. I thought this was a good place where I could talk to you about some of the bets that have been settled, so we could finalize these.
Yeah.
So one of them is me and Justin, as you know, have a lifetime bet. It's every year, no matter what happens. No matter what our teams look like, we're betting each other every week, $50 a week. We have the 3x hammer we can throw on each other. It gets double the week we play each other. And then it's also $300, whoever has the highest score at the end of the year. Well, this year, Justin won both weeks that we had the 3x hammer. So I was in a little bit of a hole, but I made a comeback. Our final tally on that bet is Justin owes me $300.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Justin also bet me that Sean would win the division. The bet was if Sean wins, I owe him $100. He says if me or Ryan wins, so he gave me 2 teams, which was nice of him, but it was his bet. If me or Ryan wins, then I win $100. As we know, Ryan took down that division by beating Sean, so that won me $100 as well. So that's now $400 that Justin owes me there. I did lose to Joe. Me and Joe have a bet. It was $100 if he makes the playoffs. make it $200 if he's a top 3 seed, which he is. So I now owe him $200. And then if he wins the trophy, I will owe him $300. So I'm shipping all the money I won from Justin on over to Joe. But as I said in the thread, I was never more happy to lose a bet, because the genesis of that bet was me saying that he was a McCaffrey injury away from being in a dress. And so I'm very happy that McCaffrey did not get injured and that Joe won that money. There was another playoff bet. Bobby, he bet me $50 that I would not make the playoffs. Very close. I almost did not make the playoffs, but I won that bet. So Bobby owes me $50 there. Thank you, Bobby. Matt, our last longer bet in the guillotine is still live. Okay, because we said it's both teams, right? Yep. It's $100. It's $50 per team. And our first 2 teams are both gone, but we still have a team left, so that one's still live. However, I lost my last shorter with Jeff. We both had 2 teams, but we said whoever loses the first team loses the bet. Okay. I lost that. I lost before Jeff did, so I owe Jeff $50. Okay. There's also 2 more pending bets.
You got like 30 seconds, buddy.
All right. Justin Hurts versus Josh Allen. Whoever scores the most points. I bet on Justin's guy. He bet on mine. That's still pending. And also the first to 4 bet, $440. $444. Whoever wins that bet.
Nice.
That's all the pending and settled bets that we got.
All right, man.
I like it.
Thanks, Nate. That was your commission's corrections for the week. All right, guys. Here we are with your high and low this week. This week we got our man StevBot 8 million thousand here for his high score of the week. Come on in, Steve.
8 million thousand.
8 million thousand. What's up, bro? How are you?
Remind me, who'd you beat last week?
I beat the host.
That is
that guy.
Ben, dog, I'm sorry. I had to do it.
No apologies, dude. No apologies.
Talk about Mr. fucking irrelevant. Like, goddamn irrelevant score, high score for, I mean, come on. Like, really? My team? You had to do this to me? You had to take down Ben and let Nathan in the playoffs? My team?
That's the part that's the hard part, is you let Nathan in. Yeah,
you still are in California, so you would have picked the California draft if you would have won.
You blew it, dude. You had to get
Steve, how many times have you been on high score this year?
This is my second.
No, it's not, my friend. This is your third, my friend. You're the only one. This is the first 3-time defender.
That's
high score.
Nate's stats, anyways. Nate said it's your 3rd time on for it.
Yeah,
and I missed the freaking playoffs. My team sucked. Except when they want to be on high score of the week, they do well, right?
So Nate's saying we named the low score. That now that you're the only 3-time high score, maybe we got to name this. Give a Steve award, but better name or something.
We got to think of it.
8 million thousand.
The 8 million thousand. The 8 million thousand. That's good. That's not bad.
That's not bad. All right.
It's actually not bad. Where the hell did Jerick McKinnon come from? Let's be real, dude, Steve.
I mean, he always had that upside. That was what he wanted. We wanted him to do as a Niner.
Yeah, I know. Right? But he chose 1 week out of the season to do it, and this was the week? 35 points?
I didn't look at... Tell me about it. Yeah, exactly. Again.
35. Goff got you 31. Eckler is in the 20s where you expect him to be. Chase, he had a better game than normal at 30. He's, hasn't had that great of a season. He hasn't had Doug... No, he's not Chase from last year, this year. So 30 points for him is big. Freiermuth got you 12.
Muth is loose.
Devontae Smith got you 19.
Where did I get that player from? Where did he come from?
I don't know. Some asshole sitting right over there, I think. Ayuk got you 14.
Hey, that was a great trade for both of us.
It worked out. Yeah. Well, no, it didn't, because both of us are not in the playoffs. So, fucking Ryan trades the goddamn kitchen sink in one of the most genius trades in history.
I think I owe him an apology, or maybe 3 or 4 of them, because I came down on him big time, and God damn it, he just has a vision, I guess the rest of us don't have. It's a thin mountain air. It makes you see shit differently.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's an official apology, Ryan. Thank you.
Well, Steve, I mean, dude, honestly, you had a huge week. It doesn't matter for anything other than this, because you were obviously sitting there, you know, you're sitting there with us in the loser bowl, and you know,
Not me.
not you sitting there with me and Justin and Josh.
It would be nice. Yeah, three from our division, Ben.
Yeah.
3 of us are in the loser bowl from our division.
Yep. We need to do better.
But thanks to Joe, you finally have one team with a winning record in your division. It's been since week 2 since there's a winning record in your division.
So we got that going for us.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Which is nice.
That going for me. Is that that hat? I'm sure you've already seen it. Look at that hat we got there, Matt. I'm sure you've already showed it off to people. That is a pretty beautiful hat.
It is
pretty
sweet.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice of Carrie to give that to us. But
so Steve, have you watched all our episodes? Are you up to date? Did you skip any? Do you fast forward some?
Listen, man. I got things happening in life.
I just had a
feeling. And what sucks is I want to be able to sit and watch you guys as opposed to just fucking listen. And I mean, I can listen, but I don't get. It's not the same. Like, it's not the same.
Well, Nate watches it with his kids. You can watch it with your kids.
I mean, I guess I'm
pretty sure he only plays his sections, but whatever.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
You know, the cursing isn't a problem. I know you and your wife have mouths on you, so that's the problem.
Oh yeah, well, not in front of the girls for the most part.
Try anyways. I know how that goes.
Well, Steve was telling us today in the thread how he puts his foot down on the step all the time.
He's
the man. He's in charge.
Puts that foot down.
Yeah,
not all the time, just when necessary. Here's what I got.
I hope she listens.
When necessary. Choose my battles
wisely. Send her the link directly, please.
Yeah. Stephanie.
she'll say, "Excuse me."
Yeah, I know exactly what she would say. I know Stephanie. We know Stephanie well enough. We know exactly what she would say.
But yes, I do choose my battles wisely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unlike your fantasy football.
Oh, nice.
I said unlike in fantasy football.
Oh right, yeah, absolutely. I deserve that. All right, so speaking of which, I got to get to this week, right?
Yeah.
I got to beat Justin. I can't be because I'm probably gonna end up being in like some like mariachi dress with like a sombrero, talking like this the entire draft, whatever, right?
That is not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, if that okay, great.
La
so we want to avoid that.
Cucaracha.
Yeah, I'll have a little maracas and fucking accent the entire whatever.
I love it.
Yeah. So do I start Kenny Walker III tonight against our Niner D? Or do I roll the dice with MCK again? I also got Cordell Patterson.
How many full days of practice has Walker had going into it?
Let's see. Should be in line to play a lot after missing last week, but it's expected that his efficiency plummets against the 49ers' terrific run D. If you're starting him, you're hoping he finds a way to reach 60 total yards in the end zone visit. But that's far from certain. He's just barely inside my top 24 running back.
I'd play McKinnon.
I mean, McKinnon's playing Houston. Houston's been a mess this year.
Run team.
Yeah, they've been a mess this year.
Right. Yeah. And it goes on to say, and I'm assuming this is Eisenberg saying this, he said, I'd rather start Isaiah Pacheco.
Well,
Brian
of course
Robinson,
you would, though.
And Zonovan. Yeah, exactly. But even I'd like.
Although I wouldn't play Zonovan Knight. I'm actually going to bench him probably in Dynasty because he's going against the Lions. And since the Lions, like week 6, they're like a top 5 run stopping defense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Side note, I mean, their defense on that is stellar.
Okay.
I wouldn't start him against the Niners tonight. That's just my opinion. I think the Niners are gonna shut down the run game, and Geno's they're gonna make Geno throw it. So
Geno only scored like 2 points last time we played him in week 2. Yeah. No, maybe 6 points was in week 2, something like that. But we're gonna shut him down pretty good, I hope. And
that is exactly what I wanted to hear from both of you.
And I think you only play super studs on Thursday. Besides that, you always skip the Thursday game if you can.
Yeah, of course. Super studs.
Yep.
Super studs.
Super studs.
All right. Well, Steve, you got anything else for us? You got a prediction for your score this week against Justin?
I didn't even look. Let's see what the projection is real quick. I'll just give you the projection.
Well, while you're looking up that, do you have a projection for who's going to win the league? Prediction?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, I want like a California draft, so I want like Nathan or Sean or even we're talking Cabo now, man. Woo, let's do Cabo. Cabo's
Ben, would you be in on Cabo?
Huh?
Fucking Mexico guys, really?
Ben's not going to go to Cabo, so if you vote for Cabo, you're voting Ben out.
We have to go. So I guess, all right.
What, honestly, your only bet for a local draft is Nathan. Sean's going to go out of state. Everybody else is out of state. So your only look is to root for Nathan to win because Nathan is going to feel bad for me and keep it here. So there you go.
All right, let's go, Nate. I mean, Sean might too.
I agree. I was going to say the same thing. Sean talks about going out of town.
Right.
It comes down to it. He loves seeing your face. He loves seeing our faces. He loves being part of the group. And we love having him. So he would do California too.
133, 118 is the preview projections. Steve, you are favored. You are favored. So
mine's not even coming up right now. All right, yeah. So let's do that. Let's just say I'm going to score. Let's say I'm going to score 120, and Justin's going to score 118.
It's quite the drop off from last week, but all right, I see it. I already called it. Your team overperformed last week, so
totally did.
Yeah. So
Justin said he's not picking up anybody else the rest of the year. He's going to try and start as many players who are out as possible. So you should have an easy win.
Oh, all right, good. I just need.
I mean, I don't believe him, but that's what he said.
One more win. That's it.
Me and you both, baby. Me and you both. Let's let Justin and Josh. Let's let Justin and Josh fight it out for the costume.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go, Steve. Me and you, baby. All right, dude. Thank you so much, man. We love having you. This was so much fun, and hopefully somebody next year will be able to win the 800,000 million.
800,000 million. Love you guys.
Later, Steve. Thank you so much for being here this week. Our low score of the week, Mr. Justin Hammer. Come on and join us, Justin.
That's actually the theme of the whole show.
I'm surprised Matt showed up. We couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said, "What's up, gentlemen? How are we doing?"
Oh, what's up, man?
You know, you can blame Nate for being here. He predicted on last week's show. He goes, "I think Justin can be there next week."
Well, yeah, my entire team was injured, questionable, or got injured in the middle of the game. So it's honestly, I was at the Cowboys game with my son, and part of the deal with Krista was I wouldn't do any football on Monday, regardless of where we were. So I stopped watching once every single player on Nate's team scored a touchdown. And but of course, I watched the Dolphins game, and I said, "All right, at least I got some Jeff Wilson." Dunzo. And then the Monday night game, cool, I got Devontae Parker. Dunzo. And I lost 4 players before the week started.
Yeah.
Saquon and Leonard ended up on the injury report on Thursday. And Mark Andrews scored 3 points. I don't know how I got to 3 digits, to be honest. I haven't gone back and checked, but I have my entire team was hurt. I have no idea how.
It's a rough week, especially the last week of the regular season. That's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough way to go. I was just trying to pull up your team because I wanted to actually, talk about. Yeah, Barkley. What happened to Barkley? Did he get injured or did he?
He had a neck injury that they started talking about on Thursday, and then they put him on a snap count. But it was one of those, I didn't have a choice anyway.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette was questionable and playing the Niners, so I would have avoided playing him under any circumstance. But I lost Kadarius, Jacoby, Brandon Cooks, and Rondale Moore. All were out before it started.
Yeah,
Wilson got hurt during the game. Devontae got hurt during the game.
Yeah.
The guy that I had on my bench was the guy pulling him out. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw a highlight. But he was yelling at the refs he has a fucking concussion.
Oh my god!
It was. Yep.
He got up and was doing that run around and circle things. And, he was like, "You can't let him play." He's gonna
Dude, that's crazy.
I was like, let him get one more catch, asshole.
So are you gonna be able to get your team to bounce back this week going forward? I mean, you're in the loser bowl, buddy.
You might.
This is the official checkout of fantasy football's portion of the season for me. So I have no idea what's happening.
Are you conceding to wear the costume?
This is how Loser Bowl champions are made, gentlemen. You stop paying attention when there's nothing left to play for. So,
Well, there's nothing worth.
It's not important enough for me to avoid the dress to fight for not last place. So I'm not picking up anybody else off of waivers. I'm putting in whoever can still walk into my lineup and hoping that they do something, but I'll find out Tuesday morning.
Well, dude, if you end up on low score one more time this season, then the award is going to be named after you until somebody does it. Well, we're not going to name it the Squirt Award. Is that Squirt?
It looks like Squirt. It looks like Squirt.
So I'm actually proposing that if you get here a third time, which it sounds like you're going to, the award goes from being the Hoobastank to the Calendar Boy Award.
Okay. All right.
You like that?
I'll take it.
So Nate,
I could start 4 injured players and still could outscore Ryan. So like I'm not super worried about it.
So Nate made a proposal earlier in the segment saying that if it is you and it does become the Calendar Boy Award, that any future seasons where somebody loses 3 times into the low score, then they have to make a calendar the following summer.
Okay.
I said I'd be okay with it, but you got a calendar because of 3 terrible seasons in a row, not just 3 low score games.
I agreed to that after losing 3 times in a row.
No, you're a great sport about that, dude. Best in the league for sure, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I don't think 3 low scores is deserving of a calendar, in my opinion.
I don't. Whatever it is, as long as we set the rules and then go by it, I think that's
okay. All right. So,
and by the way,
I'm in.
You're not playing Ryan this week, so you won't have that opportunity to play Ryan. You're playing Josh this week, so you might need to bring it a little bit if you want to beat Josh.
I haven't looked, but Josh will probably beat my ass. We need somebody new in the dress anyway. It's just been Josh and Ryan. I haven't done it since the calendar, I think. So
you figured it out. You figured out a way to stay out of the costume.
Wait a second, Ben. I think you're giving out bad information on this fucking pod, dude.
Who's he playing? I thought I had that right.
He's playing Steve, I think. I'm trying to pull it up right now, but
looking ahead, Justin is playing. Wait, where is it? Josh. Oh, you're not playing Josh. You're playing Steve. You're right.
Yeah. High score from last week.
That's even worse.
That's even worse.
He has even less chance then. I was trying to give him a little bit of chance. Got even less chance.
I did glance today. I wasn't even sure that I was a low score, but I did glance, and some of those
by 1 point.
Sean scored
104.
Some of those Qs have turned to O's, so I do have some players that I could definitely try. I wish my team was a poker hand because I would have had quad O's last week, and I would have been.
That's great.
That's awesome, man. Well, do you want to give us a scoring prediction for your team this week?
I'm probably going to score 74, and and Steve is going to score 73. What an asshole. He's just going to
projected 133 to Steve, 118 to you.
Yeah, you're projected at 118. With Parker is questionable. Wilson's questionable. Those are your only 2 role spots. I mean, you got some guys on the bench that are either out or questionable.
Well, he's phoning it in anyway, so it don't matter. He says it's not even. I mean, if he even sets a lineup, he'll probably be lucky.
I'll at least have people that I think are supposed to start.
Okay.
He's a competitor. This man is not going to phone it in. I know him too well. Justin, this has been fun. Hopefully, for the funny bit, it would be fun to see you here next week because we get a funny new name. But
I'll try my best. I'm still gonna play Hertz. He has a chance. Hertz has got to do well so that I lose that bet to Nate. I just have to lose every single bet that I did. So Hertz is gonna crush. So I got.
Hey, before we sign off, I got a little story. I know Justin will really appreciate this. So, Carrie, my ex-wife, gave us these hats over the last couple of weeks. It's been great. She's thanked me personally and the pod for helping her. She's playing in a league with a bunch of doctors at work, and I think she still only has 2 losses on the season, so she's in the playoffs. Great thing about it is I think it's a $100 league. They came to her at the very end and said, hey, we need one more person, and since we know you probably don't know much about football, we'll let you in for free. She paid nothing for this league, and she's gonna clean up all their money, dude.
Nice. Oh yeah. See, that's a good story. That's good.
That's good shit right
Okay,
there.
hold on. While I'm here, I'll give you guys one quick one. On my last trip, people were talking about what it would take for you to shave your head. I don't know if you guys know this yet, but these guys were saying $10,000, $50,000. They're all they have way too much money, apparently. I said, y'all are idiots. I will do it right now for $1,000.
Yeah.
Nice, bro.
And did they pay?
Oh, they paid. I'm telling you, these guys had that $1,000 on the table in 10 seconds flat. And they thought I was bluffing. They put it down on the table and they said, here it is. I said, let's fucking go. So they went up and got buzzers. We did it right there.
You should hook me up with these guys because I'll do a lot of shit for $1,000, dude. Like they can have some fun.
Whoa.
I didn't say anything. I just said a lot.
No joke. These guys' prices to shave their head are like my price for a fucking limb. Like, I would have shaved my head. I was like, I'll give you a pinky for 100,000. Come on.
I was really curious when you had the beanie on. I was really curious why you're wearing it.
Yeah, I have to do this so that Krista's not reminded because I kind of did it without telling her. I wear it around the house.
You have a nice head though. It's nice and round. It's there's some ugly heads out there.
It worked out. Now I'm taking a picture every day as a time lapse to see how long it takes to get back to it.
Oh, nice.
Is that
There
going to
you
be on
go.
your TikTok account?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. I enjoy following that, by the way. Yeah,
Good.
Good
You want to give out your handle in case anybody's not following you?
The Justin Hammer on everything. Not because I'm a dick, but because Justin Hammer was taken when I first started a Twitter account. So now I have a the in front of it.
I think the Justin Hammer sounds better anyways.
Yeah.
Very
All
nice.
right, man.
Very
Well,
nice.
Justin, the Justin. That's how I'm going to just refer to you from now on. The
Justin.
Justin. Thanks, man, for being here. We appreciate you,
Yeah.
man. See you next time.
See you, buddy.
Later, brother. Oh, dude, this was so much fun, bro. I can't believe it's already week 15. This playoffs are like right here. It's over, man. This thing's over.
Playoffs are not right here, but not for me.
Well, not for us, of course, but they're right in front of us. We're gonna enjoy.
I just got one more thing to say about all of this stuff.
Oh, I can know what that is.
Fuck off, 7-7 records. Fuck off. I'm out.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next week on the Degenerate Breakdown. See you guys later.